Yes. And I think this is enough delay. There. Now let's see if my components actually function the way they're supposed to. Yes, and now that this will be pulled out by one, it can be pulled out the rest of the way by these conveyors. And moved to where it will be slotted into the hull, which will need to be constructed separately, probably on that side of this frame. Now just to verify that this module functions as I have specified. Yes. And to double verify that all of these components are correctly assembled, which they appear to be. I'm not detecting any defects, so that's also good. So we can forget about that component for right now and start thinking about this one. For this one, I feel like we're going to want a similar ejection system to that other one, only instead of attacking it with a conveyor from beneath, we can just directly push it out with the pusher itself. Now, in order to time this correctly, we need to know which part comes in last. I think I know which one it is, actually. Thinking about it, it's probably this one, the top one. So... trying to think if this would interfere. Let's actually see. No, that's correct spacing. So I think this system will function correctly. Let's actually see though. It's easy to be wrong with so many complex interacting components. There, that is the completed part, and it's sent out at the correct time. Let's see if there's any delay failures. No, it's constructed the same way each time as we need it to be, and let's verify that this functions the same way. Yes, we definitely don't want any delay failures. So you'll be brought to here, at which point, it's so hard working with such an awkwardly huge object. How long are you again? 17? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And to verify that this is the correct spacing, I will have it run to that point. I will... oh, that bar is going to be in the way. I actually need that to go all the way around to there. That is correct spacing. From that point, we can just handle it from this part and have it be sent to here. 4 wide. Actually, is that width or depth? There's height. Oh, that's depth. That direction, that's width. Or... width and depth are interchangeable actually, so don't worry about it. Now, from this point, we can actually have this be brought all the way in to here. 1 block higher because this is 1 block too low. There. And then we can have this component. Oh, and it's even correctly 1 space higher as we need it to be. I think it would be better if we moved this apparatus back slightly to give it enough room. So from here to here. And so this component will need to be grabbed from this point here and directed inward. And we can figure out how to weld it in later. But for right now, let's just verify that this all functions correctly. A lot of debug runs so far. Well, that's what you have with these larger machines. The larger machines are destined to function this way. And I forgot that forgetting a vital component or feature is the quickest and easiest way to fail. So I saw this arrive too soon, so we'll delay that by one by adding a stop. And now this is being blocked by that beam like I thought it would. We can just have this be here, that's fine. The solution is already a disaster. Not that it can be anything but a disaster. You practically need a miracle to have it be anything actually elegant. Now this is the correct, yes, this is the correct alignment. Yes. And by slotting it in that way, it moves it forward by one. Wait. What is this? Don't tell me. I forgot something critical. Preemptively going to change that. And these two parts. And going to need to this entire module here is going to need to change now. And if you don't know why yet, then were you even paying attention? Which means the timing of these two is going to also need to change eventually. We can figure that out after. Right now I'm just going to worry about this. That part is now corrected. Next. Wow. Let me just get rid of all of this. It's irritating just looking at it. There. Now. The spacing of these will need to change eventually. I'll just move those out of the way right now. And this needs to change by that much. Let's see. This is incomplete is why. Strange how that's actually sustainable. Very well, I need to make no more modifications to it if that's the case. Note 1. Here. can actually truncate a lot of this machine. Oh, here. Yes, look at that. No, this is going to need to change. I was hoping it wouldn't need to. So we're going to need, this time, one pusher here and equidistantly spaced one detector here. The conveyor would need to be here now. This part would need to be expanded to here. And also this part can be redone like that. Now let's see. Oh, hold on. That block was necessary. Because of this change, I'm going to need to delay that part radically. No. Oh, it's finally interfering with this part, I see. In that case, what would I even do about that? Everything is finally falling apart. What if I actually... Yes. And move this somewhere else. And this can be moved to here. Now just to test that this concept works before trying to do anything with it. At least this is going somewhere. This is one block too short, I can already tell. Somehow. I don't know how that happened. Never mind that though. This should fix it. Yes. And now... Yes, a counter here to detect that, that these two have fallen. And then a pusher, one here and one here, for pushing them in not opposite directions, but different directions. So one of them would go down here and be fed the rest of the way through by this machine, or this arm of the machine. And the other one should be put on top like that. There. This should work. Mostly. And then I need to worry about timing. Running in slower. See, yes, this does function correctly. Although this actually needs to go in slightly. And as stated previously, this needs to be delayed even more now by a lot. This is probably too much. But overshooting is better than undershooting, because then at least you know the range that the real answer is in. Oh, that wasn't even long enough, actually.